Hi friends, we've got a small ball today. You can find this at pretty much anywhere. You've probably got one around the house. If you can't, let me know and I'll give you some links. In Pilates, we call it the overball. Generally, that's what you use. You want it to be somewhat firm, but give you some give. So many things you can do with this. We'll try a few today. All right, so I'm gonna actually start by opening up my upper back. I actually love this because I tend to be very tight in my shoulders. So I'm just going to place it pretty much between my shoulder blades, and my knees are going to be bent to take a little pressure off my back. And I'm going to interlace my hands behind my head and just go back over that as far as it's comfortable for you. The nice thing about the ball is it gives you really great feedback, right? So you can do this as a stretch exercise, or you could do it to work your core muscles a little much. So the more you're going to come up and tighten your deep low abs, the more you'll feel that in your core. But it's just a great place to just start out. Now, I can use this, it's a little bit of a device to kind of bring me up to the floor. In some ways, it's a more modified position than we tend to do with our core exercises. So I'm gonna start out right away with some oblique work. And I'm gonna take my hand away from my head, and I'm gonna reach that arm over like a tomahawk. And because I'm pressing down into that bottom hand, I'm getting some resistance that helps me keep this in my lats and obliques. It feels great. It's toning your core muscles, but you don't have to have a whole lot of movement for it to be effective. Now I'm going to bring my right hand down to stabilize, and you can see that I'm reaching off the ball. I don't want to just fling my arm at it. I'm trying to really feel like my lats and obliques are doing this dance around my spine. Always, of course, keeping breath flowing. Inhale and exhale. Now, I'm going to bring my hands into the center here, and I'm going to work a little bit more into my transverse abdominis. Inhale, exhale, scoop. Inhale, I hold, exhale, come down. So I have to get pretty deep and toned in my core to make this work because I'm already elevated slightly on the ball. But those of you who tend to get really tight in your neck and shoulders, it's a nice way to adapt so that you feel like you're getting a terrific abdominal workout without so much strain in your neck and shoulders, right? All right, so from there, I'm going to take the ball between my inner knees. Now I'm going to come up and do a little bit more of our C curve. And it's called that because the shape of your body becomes like a capital C. So I'm going to use this to really energize my adductors, my inner thighs, and how that draws directly into my deep core. So working with the arms here, take an inhale. I'm going to exhale and squeeze, come back about 3 or 4 vertebrae, keeping my shoulders soft. I inhale. As I squeeze that, I really feel that sensation of a coil, and then I sit up tall. I'm inhaling, exhale, I'm going back, really feeling that ball connect. I might go a little lower if I can control it. Inhale and exhale as I squeeze. I'm holding this round like there is a ball right in my lap. Those of you who have tight hip flexors, you may not want to go down quite as far because this tends to happen. Your feet start to flare up. So you go to where you can control it. But I promise you, 3 to 5 of these, you're going to start to feel, wow, how rich Pilates works the abs. Okay? We're going to come up one more time. Exhale, bring it down, and then we'll get a little fancy. So I'm still squeezing this, feeling that connection. And I'm going to bring my arms up and exhale. Notice that I haven't changed the shape of my C curve. I'm trying to maintain that while I'm working the arms. And I could alternate it. Inhale and exhale, like little monkey arms. Good, and I'm going to take my hands back here and roll it back up again. Now, I'm going to put the ball underneath my tailbone. I don't really want it in the small of my back. That can cause you to arch. Because the ball's there, it's so much more challenging. You have to balance with every time. I'm going to drop my chin because I tend to hyperextend my neck a little bit. First of all, just hold this, right? Just feeling that your shoulders are gliding down and that you can stabilize your pelvis. That's a great exercise right here. My legs are parallel. I'm going to go into what we call toe taps. Take an inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to tighten my abs and let my femur bone move away from my hip. I'm not moving from the knee joint. I'm moving from the core, right? So if this would not be the exercise, you want to keep that same shape and lower only as far as you can control that on the ball. Inhale, exhale. There's my effort breath. I need that. The ball gives you so much great feedback. It's awesome. And I'm going to bring it back down. Good. And then I might do double. Oh, so much harder with two legs together. Inhale, exhale. So notice I'm not going quite as far. It's awesome. Right? And I might take a couple of little frog positions. Inhale, exhale, shoot out to a high diagonal. Returning inhale. I just come into a 90-degree angle. I think that's more effective at working your abs. When you come in here, you tend to overpower with your hip flexor. So I try to control that. Reach it out. Inhale. Good. And then let's roll over and do just a little bit with extension. So this gives you a couple of options as well. So with extension, I could put the ball behind my head to keep me from just throwing my turtle head up. I want to press the tops of my thighs down to help me stabilize my pelvis and lengthen my low back. I'm going to inhale and just kind of raise my upper body, trying to feel that connection to the ball. Exhale, I lower. Again, tops of the thighs down, belly draws up and in, shoulders try to stay soft as I press up. It's so effective at getting your back extensors to fire. Right, and then I could take the ball in front of me here and use this as a device to come up into a little bit of a swan. Same thing, thighs down, belly up, and I can just roll it in to help me stretch up, keeping my thoracic and cervical spine as one long piece. At the top, I could lift my head a little bit, but that's generally not where we need as much of our work. And then I could sit back into a little child's pose and maybe move the ball to either side just to stretch. And 5 minutes or so, you've got a lovely little workout, and we'll plan some more for next time. Thanks a bunch.